I was shooting Better Call Saul and trying to die.
It's based on a book called Straight Man by Richard Russo. And in fact, at one point, we had it set up at DreamWorks. We were going to turn it into a feature. And obviously never got around to it. And luckily people at THR Television really grabbed it. And I was introduced to these two guys who, well, you were a big fan of Russo's, right?
I'm a huge Russo fan, yeah. I think I've read everything. And, but I'm also a giant fan of the world of academia and the college life, and really wanted to write something in that world as well. So it was a great marriage there. We're from different worlds. I'm from a comedy and he's from drama. And when we talk in theory, we can't agree on anything. We'd argue for hours and hours, and then a weird thing happened when we started to get to the page. We put it on the page, and we're like, yeah, you know, that's what it is.
Actually, it was my wife said, hey, no, Bob, what about Bob for Lucky Hank? You know, we had a script, and I was like, of course. And then, you know, I very sheepishly asked Bob if he would read a script. And then, you know, he was like, yeah, okay, I'll read it. I knew he had a lot to do. I said, but I really think you'd be perfect for this. This is like so you. And I guess he agreed, huh?
Yeah, I liked it. Yeah, I liked it.
And then everyone who's read it said, think we wrote
yeah,
it.
and now I can't imagine anybody else. It would be impossible to imagine anybody else.
Were you looking for something else?
No, I wasn't. I was shooting Better Call Saul and trying to die. I don't know if I read it before the heart attack or after.
It was before.
It was before.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was like 2 years ago,
sure,
almost. And I liked it. I absolutely liked it, and I liked the way it was different from Saul. It was hard to play a guy who was as clueless about himself as Saul was, about the big things about himself, because he was so smart about people, but he just didn't see himself until the very end of that series. This character is more my age, still younger than me, and he makes jokes, and he knows they're jokes. I just liked all those qualities. I thought it was a very unique show for our time right now. I don't think there's anything like it. I don't watch everything on TV. Nobody does, I guess. But I can't think of anything that lives in this place.
I read the script, and I've been looking for something for a long time. I fell madly in love with it. They texted and said, Bob is in New York. I was in Jersey for the summer. They said, Bob's here. Can you have lunch with him in 2 hours? And I was like, yes, I can. Give me an address. And so we met and we sat and chatted.
And we had a great lunch, and I just thought, I said, which I'll share this story 1,000 times, you know, I said, you have an amazing smile, and I don't think I've seen it on screen. And
I said, nobody lets me.
And she said, nobody lets me do it.
Nobody lets me smile.
It's really true, and it's so Lily. It's so right for Lily, and so incredible good luck. It's always a kind of a bit of a prank to me, my career. It's really true. You have no idea.
We talked about
how much I go like, what can I do that is probably what I shouldn't do, or the opposite, craziest opposite thing.